welcome back. Jay here, as you know by now. So you might have been, this might be your second one in a row, yeah, because you're enjoying it and you want to do that a little bit more. Guess what? If you wanted, you could do 3 in a row. Totally up to you. But anyway, so we're just going to do some directions now as we warm up. So just marching forward. I normally do counts of 4. So a back, 2, 3, 4, and on the spot. And a forward, 2, 3, 4, music if you want. And here we go. And diagonal, 2, 3. Now notice I'm always taking time when we change it first. And back. Ideally moving the arms. And forward. So we just wait, because there's this thing called proprioception. Jargon word. And basically it's where am I in space. So this is giving our time, remember working our brain as well, is that we're knowing, okay, and we're knowing also what's behind us. And isn't that sometimes we don't think, we don't always think, especially when it's out of our line of sight, what is there? So I'm actually, my brain's learning where am I in space. So with any luck, I'm not crashing into the wall or anything else that could be around me. Okay, so what happens, and then we'll go in the other direction. So forward, basically the same thing. So we're thinking about a square, heading towards the corner. Once you know where are you in space, we can take out the whole. So we'll just go forward and back, still counting to 4. And a forward, 2, 3, 4, and back we go. Little turn, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because my brain's caught up. My body knows where it is in space. And sometimes the more we age, the more we lack what is this around me. And that can actually create falling, which of course is something we're trying to avoid. So notice I haven't crashed, so that's a good thing. Hopefully you haven't too. Alright, so we're a little bit warmer. You know, it's not like we need to be, but, you know, just a little increase in the heart rate is a good thing, and just getting that oxygen to flow through the blood. Okay, so we're thinking a little bit more about strength now. And so again, we work bigger muscles before smaller muscles. So chest, relatively big muscle group. So we're going to use the wall for a push-up. So I call it a wall push-up. We want our hands slightly wider than our shoulders, not up, but slightly lower. And that's also to look after your shoulders. We work in the fitness industry, we mostly started here. Some people will still do that, I bring it down. So, with a nice long spine, you choose how far you walk back. The further you're back, the more you're going to work. Now really put your pressure in to your hands, especially in the base of the hand. And that's because we're using our body weight for a training. And we're going to bend the elbows, move forward, and push back. The easiest count at first is normally 2. So in, 2, push, 2, in, 2. So we're just practicing really, making sure not too close to the wall. And I've been talking a lot about 3 sets of 10, so you can also, once you really think, okay, that's given me time to think about technique, and now you can just go single, so in and out. How fast you go is up to you. Don't have to rush, so you keep going. And as I've said to you before, the more I talk, the less I count. So if you haven't counted either, we're going to randomly guess how many. Or you're going to create your own habit to count. And do this even without me, on your own at home. Alright, so that's chest. Really good idea to have a bit of a stretch after doing that, which is pushing your hands backwards. Again, my preference is keeping hands low, because I'm always thinking about protecting the body, and right here is putting a little bit of pressure onto your shoulders, and then just relax. Okay, now we've done some bicep curls. I have talked to you about some tricep. This is tricep, but again, it's a wall press tricep. What you're going to do is you're going to make a triangle. So thumbs together, and we take that around. Place it on the wall. Again, not up here, just slightly lower than shoulders. Again, so make sure your hands are nice and firm against a wall, and a wall that's not going to move. And we're going to step back, and we want not elbows locked, just slightly bent. And again, that idea of 2 and 2, so in for 2, press for 2. Weight is mostly in the base. You might need to change that if you do have some wrist issues. And just notice that my shoulder's coming wide. We want a nice long spine. You still always want to think about that zip being done up, because a nice strong core supports our spine. So again, 10, and at your speed. So you can even mix it up. You can do small and quick. You might want to stop and have a breather. And you can just go slow. So you can go really, really slow. And this is something that you can do with your push-up as well. So hey, isn't this good news? We don't have to get down on the floor. Sometimes we might want to. I talk about functional fitness. Functional fitness is fitness for everyday life. In our life, not really against a wall, but there is something we're going to have to push. And there's probably something we're going to have to pull. And I don't know if you've been somewhere, I know I have, where the door all of a sudden is a lot heavier than what I actually thought. So to have that push action is really important. Pull is really important too. And this is one, and we'll just finish with this one, plus some stretching, is again that idea of creating your own tension. They use this a lot in martial arts. So just curl your fist. Now, can you tell? You can tell I'm squeezing, yeah? So not just in the hands, but the whole arm. And we can create the tension in our body. So just kind of gently squeeze your muscles. You're going to pull back. Elbows pull past your ribs. They're going to come forward. And we're going to still be nice, have some tension. You could just practice like this without the tension, because guess what? That's mobility. So win-win, yeah? So just mobility for life, and then strength for life. And over time we can add, you know, like a resistant band or weights, your choice. Okay, so just loosen up a little bit before we finish. Remembering you can go on to the next one next video if you want. Now, just tap back. We want the knee bent. Again, we're not hitching. Hips are nice and level. And we're going to keep the bend because we're swinging. We want it nice and loose. We don't want to compensate with our upper body moving. So shoulders are staying still, and the action is straight from the hip. And on the back action, the benefit is stretching your hip flexor. So loose, and then on the other side. So notice my hips. Chair near you if you're using a chair for balance. Just notice my hips are in place. My pelvic or my upper body isn't moving. So there is a bit of isolation. And I do like to stick with that opening the hips, so circles. Get onto a wall. Could be your kitchen bench. Or you might be saying, you know what, I'm feeling stronger. I'm feeling like I can be on one leg. All right, so now just bring your arms back. This is mobility, range of motion. Just come and give yourself a hug. And out. Now I need just a little bit of thinking to finish with, is which arm is coming on top. That's what you're thinking about. So I want you to change the arm that's coming on top, so mobility. And you might be starting really small, and you might notice, hopefully, over time, that you've increased your range of motion. See you next time.